TRIP database. First and foremost, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Monique David, and I am a registered nurse working as an after-hours coordinator at um, Blue Cross Residential and Community Services, and as a rehabilitation nurse at Epworth Rehabilitation Hospital in Camberwell. So what does TRIP stands for? TRIP stands for Turning Research into Practice. It is a clinical research database designed to allow users to quickly and easily search multiple databases and resources using a single interface. It is developed by John Bracey and Dr. Chris Price in 1997. TRIP includes a simple search box and a PICO form search term entry and produces results in a filtered form to make it easier to find information the client needs. Publishers are classified through their output. By selecting categories listed, users can further restrict results by publisher. This is how the interface of TRIP database looks like. As you can see, the top part has the search box and the Pico search box. Advanced and recent are only available for TRIP Pro users. The bottom left side is where the researches are shown. It shows the title, brief summary, publisher name, and what is the classification of the research. The right-hand side shows the classification or evidence type of researches, and users can click on it and the information shown will only be of the specific classification. Overview of this evaluation includes method used, assessment such as technology, assessing it with the functionality of the system, compatibility with local systems, people who are the intended audience, content, what is the frequency of updates and how does it compare with competition and process, what is the price and contract. I've also included a brief recommendation and conclusion. Let's get started. Method. The method used for evaluation is product reviews, trial experience, review available information on the TRIP website, and Charleston Advisor TCA scoring guide. Under technology, TRIP is compatible with any standard internet browser, as long as it has an internet connection. It does not require special software. It is also optimized for viewing in the iOS and Android devices. If there is an issue with loading it, it is recommended to update the browser or check the internet connection. As we have seen earlier, user interface and search engine are straightforward and easy to use. It shows the category list on the right-hand side of the screen and does not need mesh terms or Boolean operators to operate. TRIP also uses algorithm to find the best and current evidence. It uses three main factors, namely text score, publication score, and date. A study has a higher text score if the search term used is in the title rather than in the body of the text. It also checks how many times the search word appears on the document. Publication scores depends on the quality of the resource and will score each document depending on the publication company it came from. More recent documents will have a higher date score. The document with the highest score appears on top of the search result. Healthcare professionals are the intended use audience of TRIP database. A recent survey by TRIP states that 70% are clinicians and 30% are non-clinical, like information specialists, patients, and carers. Out of the 70% of clinician users, 50% are doctors, evenly split between primary and secondary care. Main users are coming from English language countries such as USA, UK, Canada, and Australia. TRIP is updated second weekly for PubMed articles and monthly for all other articles. I have also included a table on how it fares with competition. TRIP's features has Pico searching, easy to use for point of care searching, categorized and healthcare based. Limitations include no controlled vocabulary and difficult with full literature search. Comparing to PubMed, which has controlled vocabulary, but it is hard to use for quick searches. With Google, as we know, it is a powerful search engine, but it includes all subjects and not focused on healthcare. These are the categories used by TRIP and the publishers under it. Publishers are classified based on their output, like secondary evidence, key primary research, clinical Q&A, primary research, and others. Under secondary evidence, there are systematic reviews, evidence-based synopses, clinical guidelines, and regulatory guidelines. For example, by clicking on Systematic Review filter, you restrict the results to just those publishers whose main function is related to systematic reviews. Once you have clicked on a particular category, you can further restrict the results by publisher. Their decision to classify by publisher as opposed to individual articles was a practical decision, which may produce an occasional anomaly. Process. Trip is a free search engine, and Trip Pro is low cost, $55 for personal subscription. It is also offered free for institutions based on low income and low middle income economies as assessed by the World Bank. TRIP is also flexible with pricing options and can be contacted for further negotiations. Benefits of TRIP Pro. TRIP Pro offers medical images and videos, smart search, where it finds articles relevant to your searches, advanced search, which search any of the words, exact phrase, and excluding words plus the time frame. It doesn't have any advertisement and institutional access as institutional usage and can provide connection to organizational full-text subscription journals. According to TCA scoring of Charleston Advisory, the reviewer gives it 4 out of 5 for searchability, 4 out of 5 for content, 5 out of 5 for price, and 4 out of 5 for contract options and features, which gives it a composite score of 4.25 out of 5. With the health budget continuously getting restricted, a free database developed especially for health professionals aiming to search for latest evidence for care is a useful tool to have. With recommendation, TRIP is a great digital resource for quick evidence and point-of-care researches. It is easily accessible, so it's recommended to be embedded where the clinician accesses information. For point-of-care searches, it is free, so it is also suggested that clinicians and other healthcare professionals be educated about this resource. TRIP Pro is low cost for personal subscription, but for institutional subscription, value still needs to be evaluated depending on the type and size of institution. In conclusion, TRIP is a clinical research database designed especially for healthcare professionals. It has an easy-to-use interface, Pico searching, categorized list for point-of-care searches, and it is compatible with any standard internet browsers, and uses algorithm to provide the best and current evidence. It is also free and low cost for advanced features. These are the references used for this evaluation. Thank you for listening to my report, and you have a good day. Thank you.